Now, children, today is going to be the holiday tonight, actually, of the holiday of Shavuos. This is the holiday when God gave the Torah on Mount Sinai to the Jewish people, and for the Jewish people to transmit the light of the Torah to the entire world. Now, do you ever wonder for yourself, how do we understand and know what's right and wrong? Where do we learn that it's forbidden to murder, that we should not steal, that we shouldn't take something that doesn't belong to us, that we shouldn't be cruel to animals? Where do we get that idea from? That's something that is a divine wisdom. That's God's wisdom to all of mankind. And while you might say, or someone might try to tell you that, well, man figured it out for himself, that's just not the case. Because man's ability to figure things out for himself is very limited. In order to have eternal and enduring, that means that are going to last forever, good conduct and laws for all of humanity, everyone needs to know that there's a God that created this world, and he is really the master of this entire great creation. And he's lovingly watching us all the time to see if we're doing everything we can to live according to his vision for the good life that we can have. And he wants to make sure that we have everything that we need to be able to do that. So this is the lesson of Shavuos. Shavuos is God's message to all of us on how to live a life that's going to be full of good things, that is going to be productive for ourselves, productive for our families, productive for our communities, and productive for the whole world. So when you now wonder, how do we know that it's so important to respect our parents? How do we know that this is the right thing to do? Because God told us this in the Bible. God told us this to us in the Torah, that we are meant to respect the people who brought us into this world and listen to what they say and treat them with respect, because that is a recognition of our gratitude for our parents and a gratitude for God, who in partnership with them brought us into the world. So this is one example of how we can recognize that this goodness in our lives, the spiritual goodness which translates into physical goodness, this is a gift. And this gift was given to the entire world 3,332 years ago on Mount Sinai. Moses went up on Mount Sinai and he received God's wisdom on Mount Sinai, and God spoke to the entire Jewish people that were there. Almost 6 million people were there on Mount Sinai, and they received the Torah from God Almighty himself. And this is the job of the Jewish people, to bring it to the entire world. So we are grateful for that and grateful for the spiritual compass that the Torah provides for all of us. And amidst, God willing, as you grow up, you will learn more and more, and you will begin to understand the eternal moral code that God has gifted to all of us.